You're sitting in the cab of your truck at 6:47 p.m. Your phone buzzes on the dashboard. It's another missed call from earlier today. When you miss out on a job, it rarely has anything to do with your pricing or the quality of your work. You lose the job because a competitor picked up the phone in under 4 rings while you were busy turning a wrench. This chart shows lead conversion probability compared to response time. 83% of service calls require a response in under an hour. If a customer hits the 60-minute mark without hearing a human voice, that lead goes directly to someone else. The standard fix is to hire a full-time receptionist, but when you factor in $28,000 to $42,000 a year in base salary, plus taxes, sick days, and turnover, the math quickly breaks down for a smaller operation. There is a different option available now. An AI receptionist system operates 24/7, costs a fraction of a human salary, and captures new leads while you're still on a job site. People expect these systems to sound like a robotic dial-by-name directory. They don't. Modern AI receptionists have a natural conversation flow. They even use filler words. To a caller with a broken pipe, they sound exactly like a capable person taking down their information. The financial inputs to get one running usually involve a one-time setup fee between $500 and $2,000, followed by a monthly software cost somewhere in the range of $150 to $500. The dilemma isn't whether the software can handle the technical task of booking. The real question is whether turning over that control creates an operational trap that ends up costing you more than the missed calls did. Look at this side-by-side workflow diagram. On the left is the traditional approach. A call goes to your personal voicemail while you're on a roof, you call back hours later, and the lead is gone. On the right, the AI intercepts the call, collects the address, and schedules the appointment with zero human intervention. Replacing a personal phone with an automated system has an immediate impact on volume. A typical shop's call answer rate jumps from a dismal 34% to 97% almost overnight. The system records every detail of the interaction. Every address, timestamp, and specific customer request is documented without the risk of a miswritten note or a garbled voicemail message. This perfect record-keeping gives you total visibility into your cost per acquisition. You can finally see exact patterns in the calls you receive, which tells you precisely which marketing efforts are actually bringing in revenue. For example, an HVAC company in Nashville recently looked at 3 weeks of their AI transcripts and realized that 60% of their valid leads were coming from one specific neighborhood. Once they stopped advertising citywide and targeted their ad spend exclusively on that high-performing neighborhood, their cost per acquisition dropped by 41%. By converting chaotic phone calls into an objective set of data, the initial setup fee easily pays for itself in optimized ad spend, assuming you take the time to log in and read the analytics. But there is a part of this process left out of the slick marketing pitches. Not every phone call you receive should actually become a booked appointment. The AI's greatest strength is its perfect consistency. That is also its fatal flaw. Because it lacks judgment, it impartially books curious window shoppers, price fishers, and serial no-shows without hesitation.
That impartiality sounds highly efficient until you have a technician driving a service truck down an empty suburban road toward a house not expecting them. You end up paying a skilled technician for 45 minutes of wasted drive time, all because the software couldn't recognize a caller who had no intention of answering the door. A human receptionist, despite the high cost and sick days, possessed instinct. She could hear hesitation, remember difficult clients, and filter out bad requests before they hit the schedule. Implementing this technology presents a strict operational trade-off. You stop losing good leads to your competitors, but you start bleeding time and fuel on bad appointments. Relying on complete, unchecked automation doesn't magically solve your intake problems. It simply trades the penalty of a missed lead for the penalty of wasted drive time. You cannot safely deploy an AI receptionist as a set-it-and-forget-it tool without risking massive logistical headaches. This chart illustrates the risk of full automation in the red zone. The optimized solution is to build a hybrid workflow. The AI handles the exhausting, high-volume intake, and a human executes a lightweight final screening. Here is the exact mechanic. The AI handles the initial intake and sets a tentative time, but before a technician is dispatched, a human sends a mandatory confirmation text requiring a reply,
5 minutes before the dispatch window opens. That tiny human intervention forces the customer to commit. It drops the AI-generated no-show rate from roughly 20% down to just 4%. You have to accept the reality of this setup. You are not fully automated. You are intentionally adding a touch of manual labor back into the system to act as the ultimate gatekeeper. If you run a low-volume, high-end custom shop where clients expect an immediate, highly personalized interaction with the owner, skip this technology. The same goes for operators who refuse to log in and look at analytics dashboards. However, if you are an overwhelmed owner-operator actively losing multiple jobs a week to voicemail, or a scaling shop struggling with flat returns on your marketing spend, you need this system in place. Effective automation removes the chaos of the initial call, allowing you to focus human attention where it matters most, on judgment and final execution.
Aiphilia, liberating small business owners.